Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel. It's King Z Fox here too. Today we're gonna play the most buff hero, rated most buff hero in the last patch, during 3.0 with the enchantment system. I think this hero got reworked, Diaochan. Her passive got reworked completely. So right now, if you don't take any damage within 7 seconds, you're gonna have a shield. The shield is going to block everything, but just for once. So it's going to block damage, is going to make you immune for CC once you have the shield up, so it's really good. And with Diaochan rework, right now her passive, ult passive, moved into the second skill passive. So once you level up your second skill, you can do extra damage to frozen enemies. But there's one tip to make sure that you can do most amount of damage, is that once you freeze someone, especially early game, you make sure to auto attack them, because that's going to do extra max damage as well. To when you hit your auto attack onto someone who's frozen, you're going to do extra magic damage to them. So early level, if you get a lucky freeze onto the enemy mid laner, just make sure to auto attack them. Couple auto attacks, and then along with another freeze, use another. If you have a second freeze to use, you can almost get a kill, I think. So Ryoma got killed at the bottom side. He overestimated his ability to link against Violet. I think Violet is really good as well. What I heard people say is both Violet and Diaochan is like a must pick or ban in Vietnam server, in other servers. So those two heroes are really strong. And I think I heard something like Violet roll and auto attack can do almost the same amount of damage as Alsu snipe. So I think that's pretty insane. So for the enchantment for Diaochan, I chose, I think, the Holy Thunder, because I'm really confident I won't be using the shield a lot. So I just want to poke. I think the Holy Thunder works perfectly with your S1, because your S1 is around 5-second cooldown, and then so I chose Holy Thunder for the maximum poking damage, and then I chose, I think with Holy Thunder is also one good thing about it is you can check bush with your skill, and then if your Holy Thunder triggers and you're gonna lose the passive from the bottom side of the screen, so you know that someone is in that bush. I think that's really good. So the other two I chose a Death Sickle effect for the blue one, and then the other blue I chose for a Gunslinger. If you watch my viewer video, I talk about, I just think the Gunslinger is way better than the red one that gives you the same effect for the AD and AP power, because this one, if you get kills, it's going to give you a stack. So early game, you can like pretty much max out your stack if you do get a kill assist onto the enemy team. So each different target is going to give you 1 stack, and you're spawn with 1 stack, so you're gonna have 6 stacks maximum. And this Ryoma died again, because I guess this Valor is really good. So I went for enchanted kicks for this game, because I want to do maximum damage possibly. I don't care about my MR or anything. So here you see me freezing that Grak, and then use my second freeze on the Grak again. And I can just finish off the kill with my S1, but instead I just chose to walk to him, to his pole. But it's okay, we got the kills now. So even though I didn't get the kills, I'm doing such a good amount of damage to the enemy team. And we're just going to go back mid and try to clear wave. And then you notice this Violet is in mid, trying to clear their mid wave. So right now, a good thing for us to do is going to the bottom side. But I guess I didn't go for it. But that's okay, we can just help top, because we probably can get a kill on top. You can get a freeze off. So, but it's a viewer, so it's quite hard to kill the viewer. But we actually managed to kill that viewer. I mean, Varus. Shit. Playing too much makes definitely will make you forget about names of heroes. So after we get the kill on top, we're going to go back mid and try to clear that wave, and then this Ryoma rotated to mid. So I guess the next step for us to do is either go top, but we can't do anything at top. Only if, okay, we just kill Varus, so Varus come back to the lane right now. So I made a really good decision to zone her away from her own tower. You can see me just freezing her and then use my auto attack. She's already half. So she is forced to go back to her to she got killed again. So we can just take this tower very, very freely. This is something you can do. So back there, when I was turning mid, I can either go to bottom side to help or just go top to zone them away. But since my team didn't go to top to zone them away, so I chose to go top. After that, I guess they are in my red side jungle right now, so I can't really go face check that. I have to go wait for someone else, wait for my teammate to arrive to check the bush, and then help Ryoma clear the bottom side, and then go back to mid. Right now, our top has completely won the lane, pushed the wave in, and then they are going to go back mid. And then here you can see me using my freeze on Crixie, and then just use my second freeze on Crixie again, and then just use my ultimate. And when she's frozen, I'm doing the same amount of damage. And then because of my Dax Echo effect, I want to bait them even more. And then Rock used his ultimate again. That's why he got frozen, because I want to use my Destico effect to bait them more, but I guess Varus did a really good job at timing my Destico effect, so she used her ultimate 1 second after my Destico effect pop up, and she got a kill onto me. So that was pretty, that's fine. I already have 7 assists. Even though I'm not getting all the kills, you have to know that I'm doing the most amount of damage to help my team, because I'm hitting every freeze. Once you hit every freeze on Diaochan, you're just good enough. You don't have to get the kills. Once you do your full combo, you know, when you free someone and then you go in to use your ultimate, that makes sure that the enemy can't come in unless they can interrupt your ultimate, and then that just gives them so much pressure in advancing into your team, into your formation. So again, we get a freeze on Greg. This time we eventually got a kill, and then after Enchanted Kicks, I chose to build Boomstick. Boomstick has the 5 second cooldown as well. So along with Holy Thunder, along with your first skill has 5 second cooldown again. So along with those all three, your first skill will pretty much trigger all the effect. Will trigger Holy Thunder, will trigger Boomstick, so that's really, really good. What that means, you're gonna do some insane amount of damage with your first skill. And people often compare Diaochan with Liliana. Liliana first skill has 5 second cooldown as well, and then the only difference is it's like their passive. Their passive is about the only difference. They have similar cooldown, similar damage, and similar effect, I would say. So that's really good. And she just hit a nice knockback onto the wall, so stunned him, and then I freeze him. After that, got an easy kill. That was a pretty easy kill. Right now, we're just trying to pressure mid, and then we froze the Varus again, but it's okay. We can just do some poke damage. I guess the only thing I find weak about Diaochan is her clear speed. It's not that great. It's definitely above average, but it's not the best. But the thing is, once you use your skills to clear, I guess the same as Liliana. Or like when you play Liliana, you want to use your skills to poke the enemies, not like use your skill S1 to clear the wave. That's definitely bad. So we froze that Greg again, and then right afterwards, use my second freeze on the Greg again. He can't even move. I don't think he might not be building Gilded Greaves. I don't know, but that freeze duration is really good. So I guess one thing that counters Diaochan is resistance, because right now the game has a maximum resistance setting at 60%. What that means, I guess, it means every time you get crowd controlled, your duration is going to be reduced by 60%. So I think the maximum resistance you can achieve when you play normally is like you build Gilded Greaves for 35%, and then with your enchantment you can get 10% from there. So you can get 45%. That's not bad at all. That pretty much means that Diaochan freeze, the first freeze lasts for 2.5 seconds, and once you freeze someone who has 45% resist, you're going to pretty much freeze someone for only 1.25 seconds. So it's not as effective. So I guess it counters Diaochan a little bit, because she relying on freezing someone to do the damage. So I guess in late game, in competitive, it's really important for her to freeze the backline here rather than like a tank. So when do you go in is quite important. So over there you can just see us. Even though I freeze 2 people in the backline, so that's why they didn't go forward. We were able to get the kill onto the Rourke. So that's really good. You can see me just doing some really good damage onto the Violet, and I guess we're just gonna go in. She's doing great as well, and then we're gonna finish the game right here. So overall, I think this her is pretty good, but definitely I don't think she deserved to be tier 1, tier 0. She doesn't deserve to be the best mage out there. But I'm doing quite great this game. I think I did the most amount of damage, 30-something%. So I hope you guys have enjoyed watching this video, and I hope you have learned a couple things or two. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you really enjoyed watching this video, and I'll catch you next time.